Immediately before this scene, Lady Bird, or Christine, played by Saoirse Ronan, finds several drafts of a letter her mother, played by Laurie Metcalf, attempted to write, packed into an envelope her father, played by Tracy Letts, slipped into her luggage. The conflict between Lady Bird and her mother is a driving force in the film, and their abrupt separation lingers heavily through the last 20 minutes of the movie. Marion, Lady Bird's mother, is based heavily on the writer and director Greta Gerwig's mother, Christine Gerwig. Obviously, the title character's given name was also chosen for Gerwig's mother.
People call each other by names that their parents made up for them, but they won't believe in God.
What's your name?
Christine?
Having finally escaped the choking lifestyle of a small-town upbringing, it is interesting in this moment that Lady Bird finally accepts herself for who she is and who she has been, while flanking the confession with an outright denial of her past.
San Francisco.
Saying she is from San Francisco. The entirety of this film is a narrative telling of the constant inner battle she faces. Though she is headstrong and outspoken, Lady Bird is always at war with herself and her identity. She is strong in her values and beliefs, but knows little of herself and how to live with those truths. This is a trait and an experience that many young adults can relate to very strongly. In fact, Lady Bird was Studio A24's top-grossing film until Hereditary came out the next year. When asked in an interview why she chose the nickname Lady Bird for her main character, Gerwig answered that the Mother Goose nursery rhyme, Lady Bird, fly away home, your house is on fire, and your children all gone, had lodged itself in her memory somehow, and the name was in no way connected to former First Lady Claudia Alta Lady Bird Johnson, wife of President Lyndon B. Johnson. However, this film still holds great cultural relevance and significance as it reflects and, in fact, overtakes the newer styles of film developed in the 1980s when the filmmaking industry started targeting the market that seemed most profitable to them, teenagers. It is one in a list of countless coming-of-age films and critically acclaimed. Fun fact, Ronan was involved in a stage production of The Crucible prior to filming Lady Bird, and her heavy stage makeup caused her to break out. Rather than airbrush it away, they decided it would add to the effect of Ronan playing a teenager and set this film apart from other coming-of-age movies. This distinguishing tidbit pales in comparison, however, to the fact that it is a female-fronted coming-of-age film, written and directed by a woman, as this is not often seen the way that father-son relationships are played out on the screen. And it is a coming-of-age film where the girl's personal character development and arc take the spotlight over her romantic relationships, while still giving weight to the special male relationships she has in her life, such as with her father and brother. The dramatic irony written into this script informs the audience that Lady Bird's mother had experienced a change of heart, but it came just too late to matter. It also informs the audience that Lady Bird, now owning her given name Christine, has also experienced a change of heart, the depth of which is paramount. Though she told the man at the party that she is from San Francisco, she uses her walk home from the hospital to revisit all the things that remind her of home, without the resentment of being raised in a poor town by a poor family. This film subscribes to montage theory, carefully organizing shots and cuts to play into one another and result in a specific effect, but doesn't feel truly artsy and fully montage-like until the ending of the film.
Hi, you've reached the McPherson family. Please leave a message. Thank you.
Hi, Mom and Dad. It's me, Christine.
The images in her new, freeing environment directly reflect the same things back home that made Lady Bird feel claustrophobic. This is shown in a calm yet effective montage. Earlier in the film, while shopping for a prom dress, Lady Bird and her mother fought over whether or not her mother loved her, but more specifically, over whether she liked her. In this moment, Lady Bird has the realization that, though she thought she hated growing up in Sacramento, a deep part of her truly loved it and perhaps even liked it.
All those Bens I've known my whole life, and stores, and the whole thing.
Here, Lady Bird brings up driving, which is something that is carried through the film. The movie starts with Lady Bird and her mother in the car and immediately sets up the nature of their relationship. Fickle. Though they fight, Lady Bird has always defended her mother when other people tried to form abrasive opinions about her. In this montage, the two are directly overlaid, showing just how similar they are.
To tell you.
Headstrong, opinionated women who love each other very much.
I love you. Thank you.
In the end, we as an audience do not get to see a reconciliation between the mother and daughter, but are left with the impression that everything is going to work out as Lady Bird, or Christine, extends an olive branch in the form of a voicemail and an I love you. And the direct use of her name, showing she has finally found out who she is rather than fighting to be who she thinks she is supposed to be.